It's officially time. We're in the playoffs, the wildcard round, going up against the Las Vegas Raiders, who do actually have Davante Adams at wide receiver, but you can see the numbers not looking that great, and that's because he missed 7 games this season due to injury. I would imagine he's back. Otherwise, I'm not really sure why they're showing him. It's like featuring Davante Adams, who will not be playing. He's injured. He's out. But thanks, I guess. I'd appreciate it because he's probably going to cook us up. But this is what the team looks like, obviously. I mean, if you're watching this and you don't know what the team looks like, I don't know what to tell you. I will say, though, cornerback probably will change. Neal, I don't know if he actually played better than Marcus Jones, but Marcus Jones, that size or lack thereof, has just become too much of a problem. And his overall might be good, but he is also still pretty not great as a player. But looking at the rest of the team, I mean, we're pretty confident with what we got, but we did lose Snead, even though he had a pretty rough season, even though he won Rookie of the Year for the AFC. He wasn't that great, but it is still a pretty big loss to not have him out there. I do want to make sure that our edge is going to have enough players, so we might end up signing someone. I might even put Snead on the IR. I mean, out for 3 weeks. Like, he could only return for the Super Bowl, and he's really not even that good. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put him on the reserve. The chances of him even, us even making the Super Bowl probably isn't that great, let alone, even needing him, to be honest. If you make it to the Super Bowl, maybe you don't need him at all because, I mean, you made it to the Super Bowl without him. And I think it's going to be Myjai Sanders who's going to be our, not future edge, but backup edge for right now, which it's going to be fun because it's going to reorder the whole depth chart. They also do have an injury, though. Budda Baker, a 94 overall strong safety, has a hamstring tear. Will be back in a week. It's going to be unfortunate for him when he's back for nothing because they're not in the playoffs anymore. CJ Stroud, the X factor, insane. I mean, that throw power is ridiculous. Short accuracy is not the best, on the run's not the best, but short accuracy is still pretty good, but the rest not so much. Damian Harris is a speed demon, yet they're starting Brian Robinson over him. I'm not going to complain. Davante Adams is amazing. He's back. Jacoby Myers, he's solid. Van Jefferson, it probably should be McLean as their number 3, but they got Van Jefferson over him for some reason. Goddard's amazing. Left tackle's very good. Left guard's decent. Center's decent. Right guard's decent. Right tackle's pretty decent. Left end is all right with 85 finesse. Josh Sweat is very solid with 90 finesse. Benton, a very good block shedder. Noddy is okay block shedder. Drew Sanders, a dual style player, is going to be playing that edge role. Middle linebacker, Leonard is really good. Reed is solid. Jalen Phillips starting for them. 93 finesse, looks great. Corners are pretty good. It's a little bit of speed there. Darnell Savage is super speedy. McCall is not a bad-looking rookie, even though his zone coverage sucks, but he's pretty athletic. If they had Budda Baker, though, you could see why this team is, where they are. They are a pretty damn complete team. And if they say they're going to throw the ball, that's the route we're going to try to defend. And they say that they're going to try and stop the run. I don't know, dude. I don't feel like they will. Leonard's great, but I feel like their coverage is better than their run game for defense, right? It seems like that. Leonard's pretty good, but, they've got like one decent ET. Interior's not the best at stopping the run. Their corners, their DBs look very good, though, so that's the route I'm going to go. And let's see if there's any upgrades before we head on in to our first and hopefully not only playoff game of the season. Going to go with a field general for Nakobe Dean as the best upgrade for a linebacker, and he gets a bunch of everything that we like to see. Let's take a look now at Ashton Perkins, who we recently learned that did not have that great of a season when it comes to allowing sacks. He allowed like 8 of them, I believe. Agile style, it is what it is. Channing Tindall, I mean, he kind of needs a little bit of everything. What do we do, though? Block shed could get that to 70. I think that's smart. Trying to get it to 70. Don't know if we will, but we're going to try to. We do not, which would give us a zone coverage, too. Chanel coverage, I suppose. Not really that good in coverage. And that's pretty good. Plus 5 to the coverage ratings, but even after, really bad. That's just so bad. Then the fullback who's been real hit or miss. At times he just looks amazing, and then a lot of the times, though, he just completely misses the assignment. I mean, he's getting there. He's getting better. We have Rhodes, who's really not going to play much, so we're going to finish with Helms. And it is dry in here. Feels like a damn desert. Helms, 72 zone coverage. Rhodes, I mean, we're going to go with slot just because we're going to hope for a speed upgrade or two, because, yeah. With the age, he's not the fastest anymore. 3 to man coverage. Good coverage, just slow as hell. Let's take a look at those abilities, though. And Davante Adams with double me, deep out elite, and red zone threat. We have Leonard with short route KO, secure tackler, and then zone hawk. Stroud has tight out persistent, safety valve, and high point deadeye with first one free. First one free is not going to matter. Tight end apprentice is good. Short out elite is pretty good. Trayvon Diggs, acrobat is a problem. Of course, pick artist probably doesn't need it because he's already going to catch everything anyways, but he is basically never going to drop a pick if it comes his way. Punter doesn't have any abilities, but it doesn't really matter. Punter abilities are pretty useless anyways, and the rest are all of ours. Here we are. It was noon game because, once again, no one takes us seriously. Could that be our secret weapon, as obviously we have basically nothing to lose. You know, we're not even expected to be here, so anything is better than nothing, even if we get smoked. But what if? What if we win? What if we actually move on against these Raiders in their home stadium? Obviously, it's going to be a tough one. Really good quarterback. Some pretty good special supporting talent, especially Davante Adams. Tight end's pretty good. O-line's decent enough. Running backs are pretty good. I'd probably start Damian Harris if I was him, if I was them, but that's not really my choice, and gladly it isn't for them. I'd rather play against Robinson. Not as fast and pretty equal in trucking ability. Look at those yards. 5,000 yards, 40 touchdowns, 66% completion percentage, and obviously on the other side of this, we give up more than that. We have a decent bit of interceptions, even though we dropped a lot, but completion percentage against 75.4%, and is that yards in the air? Because we've obviously given up way more than that passing yard-wise. Kyle's going to be kicking this one off, and, I mean, we try to get the ball first in this one. Don't know if that's good or bad as the Bears move on against the Saints, but defense is going to have themselves the first opportunity here to try and win their matchups. Can we get off the field early, or is it going to be another game where we could do nothing to stop them? As obviously last week we struggled after the first quarter. First quarter was great, but after that we just couldn't stop a thing. We literally got scored on like every drive pretty much. And look at those numbers. That is really good. All right, coming with the blitz off that side early. Obviously, not that Snead was great, but no Snead means even less pressure than before, which I didn't even know was physically possible. Quick throw for 5 to Jacoby Myers, who's not the fastest, but he can find his way into open space pretty easily. And we talked about Damian Harris already in the game. Speaking of, oh, we just got burned. Oh, not as bad as the safety, Allen. And Davante Adams not really finding the open space there. Felt like he got more if he would have just kind of kept it inside rather than going to the out-of-bounds line. But really good route nonetheless, and they gain a lot. Coming with another blitz. This time, a little bit of man coverage. And there goes Davante on another zig route. Similar results. Okay, become a little bit of a problem early on as he is burning. Neal going against him again for the third straight play. Burns him again. McCollum all over it. Doesn't go for the interception, and they get another first down. Neal, I mean, in okay coverage, but if they threw that to the angle left side to Davante, they probably get it. Looks like we're going to be running a little bit of man coverage here going against number 12 with a linebacker. We actually, we gave him a little bit of room. We did actually pretty well, about as well as you can ask for, and we're still going to give up a score. What can you do with that much time, though? I mean, what can you ask for? I really don't know what to do there. I mean, that was like a 10-second play. I mean, like, what do you want? What do you want? I just didn't want to, like, run full blast on any of the, like, cuts because you just never know. Goodwin on the return. We really need him to have a decent little return game. As nice fight. Gets almost to the end. Gets to the 25. I mean, he really had no business getting that. Fisher, we obviously know the season, but why not take a look? I mean, it was an okay season. A lot of yards. Seems like that's kind of the standard these days, but still, for a rookie, it's good. Tony House to the outside on an RPO, and he actually will get a little bit of room. Gains about 7 on just pure speed, pretty much. Kennedy on that right side with the play action. Should win on that route, and we're just not going to have any time to throw. Almost intercepted. And Stroud's already, relax, it's the first quarter. We need to shut that up right away. Evans in on 3rd down, could be my look. Inside to Dunn, that's a really good throw. That is, I mean, that's right on the money, gets it there, and we'll continue the drive, thankfully. It obviously helps, you know, just getting first downs, but just because of the way that Stroud was acting, nice little block by Cody, I just wanted it. I just wanted to continue just because he was doing that. Evans still in. I don't know if Tony House got injured, but, I mean, he's a very capable back as well. I mean, what better time to run Evans, who is completely fresh, than in the playoffs when he really didn't run that much all season long. You don't pull out the nukes when the war's just started, you know what I mean? As we're running the ball really well, Tony House gains 12 after the truck. Decent blocks. Was going to go in an RPO, but we're just going to run a dive. Just get some of this yards. I mean, 3 yards is all right. Mathematically, we don't hate it. Zig route of our own. I mean, that's not easy. Went for the possession or gained more than 3. So, once again, mathematically. But, I mean, at this point, something's got to give now. Done on the out route. Looks like Kennedy is going to be the opening. And it is. Nice. Zipped it in there. Touchdown. 2 players went after Dunn. Good stuff. Touchdown to counter their touchdown. Raiders playbook. They know what they doing around here, let me tell you. Montgomery can't get in between. Try to swat. Got thrown down all the time in the world again. And, man, this group is not really getting to the quarterback, is it? It is struggling. And, once again, it's a decent line, but it's not that good. And they really don't want to run the ball. I mean, I guess they weren't lying. Underneath, and Neal, great stuff. Good, some help from Tyndall. That will be a loss of 4. We ran this blitz a little earlier, and it did not work, but we're going to try again, as we are not getting enough time, or they're getting too much time. We're not getting in there, and there you go. Wasn't even really a throwaway, but it ended up being one. Didn't even seem like he was trying to. He just missed the throw. Maybe the pressure actually caused it, but here we go with Dunn on the return, and we're going to try to cut it back right, as we were never going to get out there. Number 28 was going to cut us off if 95 didn't on his own, but there you go, defense, making the stop. We like it. Evans back in. I like this dual usage of the 2. And underneath. Oh, my Lord, with these slot-type receivers dropping everything. That's a first down. I mean, what are we doing? Evans, 2nd and 10, and he's got room. All that speed. Nice little stiff arm attempt. Gains about 16 on the play. 2 for 31, Zach Evans. Back to the big power back, Tony House. He's going to get a little bit of blocks and power forward for a gain of 5. They're probably like, Coach, you didn't tell us that this was going to happen. Oh, my God, did he hit it? He overthrew him. I must say, Jalen Phillips is injured. That is their best pass rusher. I must say, though, that was a tough timing one. You just didn't know where he was going to come out from and if he was even going to get open. And the ball was, semi-close. And hitters were throwing. I wish Cody went for that. This is a long kick. I think we're going to try it. Kazu from 59 yards out. It says no wind. Did I miss it? I teetered that line a little too close, but it doesn't matter as we get the field goal and the lead. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. They have 0 rushing yards, and it's going to continue to be 0 as that's 2 yards. No way. That is unbelievable. There's no way that's 2 yards. Tricking them into thinking Devontae's open. And the curl, we picked that up nicely. Coverage sack. No, it's a late hit on top of it. Oh, and he fumbled. If we would have recovered that, that would have been so much pain. Late hit, first down. Bad decision. That was just not a good decision at all. Like, that just... it was about to be 3rd and 7-ish while they're struggling. Leo Chanel, I'm going to call him Loa. Leo Chanel kind of running past where he needed to go, but 5 yards is less than I thought it was going to be. I'll tell you that much. It seemed like they were about to be gone. Leo trying to drop back. And that's pretty good coverage. How the hell? Leo doesn't get a hand up, but how does the guy underneath not like, even try for the deflection. Like, hello? Trying to press Devontae. This is going to be bad. It's going to be depressing. Left the tight end open. This guy's struggling on the drag, and he tries to just force it to Devontae. Doesn't matter who the QB is. That happens. Like, I have no one to go to. Who else but that man? Of course, it kind of sucks that Jones is now, like, one of the gunners, or the anti-gunners, if you will. Done! See, look what you've done. AJ Cole, though, basically the best punter in the league, pinning us to the 3, showing us why he is. And not great blocks, but we got a few. Not easy from this, yard line. They expect you to go crazy like that. Evans on the run, and he's going to get some room. Evans got speed. I thought he was going to slip it, dude. I thought the safety and the corner were just going to barely miss out, and he was going to run right through that spot. First quarter's over. Very similar, but a lot more rushing yards. It says they're super good at run defense, but I don't know why that is the case, because I kind of liked our matchup, and so far I feel like I've been correct. Oh my God, look at the tight end. Cody's got speed with size. Cody's out in front. The stiff arm, 80-yard touchdown for the big man. What a stiff arm. That is a play. He is having a nice end to this season, even though it's the playoffs now. It's the start of the season. These games back-to-back have been amazing. Insane route. One to beat. Try to keep it in bounds a little bit more because I believed in the stiff arm. It worked, and he scores from nearly 80. We know what their route is. Will that matter, though, is the question. I'm going to pull off. Oh, Lord. Get out there. They're like, oh, yeah, we got a really good tight end, too. It's like, yeah, but he's not quite the athlete. He's good at getting open, but once again, he's not really quite the athlete. Let's try to cover this manually. I'm not doing super well pre-snap, so... I mean, I knew the route, and I still let him get out there. I did try to go for the bait, and it was pretty close, but that was just an absolute dot. Nice move by Benito, but, I mean, like that ball is just on the money. We were right on it. I was a little late out to it because he kind of ran a little bit shallower than I thought, but that was close. I mean, that was a very good bait. He just put a perfect ball on. Can't really ask for much more than that if you're them. And, I mean, their whole damn team is open. Nice tackle, though. We're no longer able to see their routes, or their hottest of routes, I suppose. As Dean is going to push, try to swat, got it out late. Is that catch? It is not a catch. All right, Montgomery, somebody, nice little push on that edge, but he kind of gave up on it. We got knocked down, and he's going to get hit as he's throwing. I don't know why he doesn't get out of there, but... 4th and 2 after a 2nd and 2, and they're going to go for it. This would be 3 straight plays without a yard gained. Devontae's not even out there for some reason. What the hell are they doing? Allen slips through and stops him. I'm all for camaraderie, but, like, why is our guy helping him up in the playoffs on a 4th down? He should be celebrating his way to the sideline. The fullback, who, like, may not even have... What a truck. May not even have a single catch in his career. Gets one with us right on that. I mean, fair enough. Whatever works. I think this is kind of crazy, but I think it's going to be a blitz. And Evans isn't really that open. Good catch. But I say he's not that open, but, I mean, the guy got caught up in a press, and he was open in the end. And we, of course, dropped the ball. I mean, no choice but to throw to Dunn, who holds on. Wow, what a catch. I mean, we've seen so many drops from, like, all the smaller players on this team, and yet he catches that one. I mean, I'll take it. That is clutch. And that's a really good throw. Great route by Naylor. Gets out there. First down. Beautiful play. This looks like a pretty good look for me. Tony House, I think, is going to get some yards here. Or not. Good fight. Gains a yard, maybe, but didn't really get much help. It's kind of the bread and butter of our, like, big play-ish. Oh, we're about to get hit. I was about to take it to Dunn, and the pressure got there. Let's get a block from Evans. Just have enough time to maybe get our looks out here. I think Cody's going to get jumped by the guy that's across from Dunn. So depending on that corner, that boundary corner, Dunn might be the look. And I wasn't wrong. That's a lot to ask for. Oh, what a throw! Gets it far enough up there, and Naylor gets underneath it. I thought the guy was going to pick it, but he couldn't get back in time. And the drive continues on an insane one. He has been ridiculous on those really ill-advised sideline fading on the run throws. Just barely gets it there. That is insane. I mean, I thought right here, I thought this was picked. But when you actually look at it, he slows up right here, but even if he didn't, there's no way he's picking that. Just barely over his head. I mean, you can't ask for a better ball. Like, that is, like, from that angle, that's wildin'. Throw to Tony House. He's going to try to stiff arm, gains 9. They're struggling. You know, it's like it's one of those games where it's like no matter what you do, the other team can do no wrong. And good try by Evans, but we'll lose a yard or two. I just wish we had a read option in this damn playbook, but we don't. Yeah, we should have took it to the outside. Wow, they just hammered him. Should have took it to the outside. I think I'm going to let the field goal happen. Up by 13 with ball at half. They're not having a good time of it so far. And Ellis does a good enough job. Get some help. Robinson. It's weird because both teams are kind of playing that, like, not really utilizing their number one as much. But we're doing a little bit better of a job, obviously. As now Robinson's getting a little more carries than he was before. 3rd and 4. Big opportunity. Looks like a lot of ins. And I try to bump him, and I wanted to get back over to Devontae. What a hit. Neal getting beat. I think it might just be best on best time. I want to do by speed, but Devontae is not really their fastest player, unless it's two-man. If they have 3 receivers and we miss with Chanel, oh, that's a huge sell. That, I don't know how I missed that. When he looked to stop throw it, he just like kind of stopped suddenly. I don't even know. I actually don't know how I missed. I really don't. I didn't even go for a hit stick. I actually went for an A tackle. Blown opportunity, though. Like, it's right there. It's a sack. Instead, they're in field goal range automatically. Try to get out to that running back. Keep it deep, though. Yeah. Trying to bait the running back in and make sure that number 12 doesn't have a freebie. So our guys love to give up that deep out. McCollum going against. That's what I want, though. McCollum. I mean, I can't keep up with him. Oh! Devontae just dropped it. I guess we're not the only ones with the problem. Jones is in now, even though it's supposed to be Neal. I guess we just have too many DBs in. And Jones, 1-on-1 against the tight end. It will do enough, and we will call a timeout to try to get the ball back ourselves. Field goal to make it a 10-point, which they miss. I'm not trying to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but, like, this is a pretty good start. That's a really tough one. What a catch by Dunn. And because of the catch, that's a great throw. Normally, I would say really bad throw, risk for no reason. But because he caught it, it's actually a good one. Kennedy's open enough. Gets underneath it. Another really good catch. Solid enough throw to the 20. We can do no wrong. Double move for Naylor. I don't know if we're going to have enough time. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Kennedy burned them. Touchdown. They have their 5'9" corner on our 6'5" rookie of the year. I mean, he was just lulling him to sleep. Obviously, at this point, even though he comes from this spot, yeah, I could see him thinking it's a post. And he just got burned. I mean, it's just not even close. I got to say, this is some performance so far. 3rd and 5. I mean, there's a chance that they have to punt it. You never know. And 1-on-1, I think they will. Did he go to bounds as well? 4th and inches? I mean, you got to punt it if you're them. And he fought to get the first, but he fought to go out of bounds, basically. We could be up by, like, 27 points. Oh, what are we doing here? Oh, what a spin, though. Oh, you did not expect it. I think he just assumed it was a fair catch when it wasn't. I tried a juke move, and instead he kind of like spun. And I'm willing to take that. He has a little bit of a chance. Oh, wow, that was a really good closing speed, but in 26, I mean, that was literally perfect. I thought we actually had that, and instead it was just perfect. 26 is just on that with the bait. I mean, that was a bait. And I was going to throw it outside to Naylor. They have 2 timeouts. I don't really see how running the ball really helps us, but yeah, they tightened up here a little bit. I think I'm going to throw it again. Running the ball really doesn't do much. That's pretty good coverage. Oh, what a try. DJ Reed got burned again, technically. It's great coverage, but he just got mossed, but Kennedy dropped it. Yeah, we really should have wasted a little bit of clock. The second, on 3rd down, I think the run was done, but we probably should have ran it at least once before then. And with some pressure, getting over there late, trying to bait that inside. I'm going to sit in more man coverage. We are a better man corner than we are, coverage team than we are zone, but I feel like with man, the big play is there more often. That is really good coverage. Not on that guy, though, which is Devontae, and that's a touchdown. Devontae with the weird moves, but it works. Wow, how do we not bring him down? They definitely make it a lot closer with that touchdown, but still we're easily in the driver's seat, and we're going to try and maybe take a shot deep. You never know. If you make the catch, you're looking at a field goal chance. Don't know if this is really a shot deep. We usually run this before half, and it doesn't really go for anything. Yeah, Dunn's open this time. And goes down at the 47. I mean, that's a Hail Mary if I ever seen it. And they don't even want us to try the Hail Mary. Why? Sure, it would suck to throw a pick when, it's undeserved, but why wouldn't I take this? That's the only downside. Outside of maybe a fumble. Can't even get it off. 6 blockers can't even get it off. Oh, my. At least Evans picked up the block nicely. Come on, guys. Either way, though, a decent little first half. Obviously, the last 2 or 3 minutes we would have liked to have more scoring for us because we had more opportunities, and they ended up taking care of that. But, trying to mix the ball up a little bit. We really didn't run the ball too much after that first quarter, but that's fine as the pass game was starting to work. Of course, looking at the other games there, not the toughest of opponents, but I'm going to keep running on the inside. We've done pretty well at that, and stopping the short passes, gotten them in this 27-14 deficit where they have to start the second half while down, punting the ball or kicking the ball off. As Goodwin will... Nice return! Takes it back for a 7. Patience, blocks, potential ball game. I mean, that is the worst thing that could have possibly happened for them by a long shot. I would love to see this back if they want to show it. I mean, okay, that's all they're going to show. We were patient as hell. Neal almost knocked us down. Kicker was trying to catch the lane, and Goodwin in space, it's a GG. You're just never going to catch him. They say to go for 2. This is a Kennedy look every day of the week. They just left him. Not a great throw, but got it out there. I suppose throwing it left avoids that linebacker that might have got a hand on it. 35-14. I'm glad there was nothing to challenge because I accidentally hit challenge play when I was trying to skip the extra point. Bishop, nice hit. It was risky because it seems like hit sticks we just sell on all the time unless it's like a big player versus a running back. That time it worked, though. Good stuff. Where the hell is Devontae? Who is going against Devontae? This is perfect coverage. And Neal's all over that, but just caught anyways by Damian Harris. What a catch. Potential game-changing catch. That's a punt if not, and we might walk away with this one if they have to punt it. And what a push by, was that Nick Benito? That was a Nick Benito play. I know we brought a blitz in general, but he just pushed everyone to that side, and we got a free rusher on the cutback attempt. He's going to take a shot. I would too if I was them. And picked by McCollum on Devontae. The Raiders are getting crushed. Throws the shot. He's like, screw it. It's Devontae, and it's McCollum back alive. Outside. Nice catch for Dunn. Gain 6. There's just something nice about having a complete game for once. Nice truck, but no help. Play action, 3rd and 3, under center. Kennedy's wide open. He misses the throw. As much as our offense seems like we can do no wrong, I think you have to punt it. Far from guaranteed. We just seen it literally in the last 2 plays. Got 2 yards on the run and then 3 yards easily, but the throw is missed. Neal with a nice hit. You know, them getting a drive at the 22-yard line would definitely be a hell of a way to get back into this game, let me tell you. No expert, but I feel like that would be a really good way to get back. Benito gets pushed way off. Oh my, there's nobody on the tight end who gains like half of what they needed. I guess I should say need, because they didn't need anything on that play. They just need a touchdown. Nice hit by Nakobe, though. 7 yards gained. The clock is, I mean, it's definitely not their friend, but it's not something they should really worry about yet. Just scoring is all that matters. False start, that'll help. Man coverage across the board. Ellis, who's done basically nothing, trying to do something. Can't. Tyndall, nice tackle, but that's a first down. It's really been a two-man game for this offense in Vegas. It's been the tight end and Devontae. That's about it. They need more. They need more help. And the running back is going to try to provide that. He needs one to beat. Allen with a nice shot in the back. Nick Benito is now injured. No! This is why we added another name. Myjai Sanders is now playing edge for us over Enikbari. Just because of the speed, I think it's important. And he cuts it right back into danger. I'm not really sure why that's the case. Obviously, he is a power back, and that's all he knows. But why not go into open space? Do you not like that? You not like running without contact? It's like, I actually don't. Thank you for mentioning it. And Sanders, I mean, if that's Enikbari, he's just not even getting there. Dislocated shoulder. Is not that the same injury that Snead has, or was his an elbow? Did we just lose both of our starting edge rushers for the entirety of this playoffs? Cover the other guy. And the DT did a really good job to get underneath the guard. If they're really going to kick this field goal, I mean, they've basically lost already. I'm not really sure how this field goal is going to help them with only 4 minutes in the third remaining. But I absolutely will take this. Jones on the block, never going to get it. He's so tiny. 35-17, still anyone's game. We are the literal masters of choking. So let's just... oh, man, look at these late cuts with Goodwin. I mean, they're so close to scoring every time. Let's just take as much clock off as we can. They keep bringing up Zach Evans. I know his yards per carry is insane, but really haven't run the ball much with him since. It's just the looks haven't really been there. Going to run it right, but we're going to see if there's other options. As House, I mean, that's a really good play for House. Gains 2 on, once again, another play where there really wasn't much to work with. Shot out of a cannon to get to the angle and then cut last second, and it ended up getting us some yards. And Evans to the outside. Nice blocking. Evans with space. Gets the stiff arm, but there's a hold. That is not acceptable. That's got to be Kennedy. He's like, it's got to be him. It was Deveron Dunn. Instead of a massive, like, 25-yard run, it's going to be 2nd and 7. Inside handoff with House. And nice bounce. Gains the first down. Beautiful. Beautiful patient running. Heavy formation. I mean, does open up the pass, but we're going to keep running it. And House, he kind of got off his feet, which I didn't really tell him to do, but just the way it goes sometimes. 2nd and 8. Evans, see if he can bounce it again. And he can try to cut it back inside to get that first down. Gains most of it. 3rd and 2. Pitch to the right. I don't know if I like that. I'd rather go pitch to the left, to be honest. And I can't. Oh, well. And House is going to fight and be short. I mean, this is tough. You either get the first down, continue the drive, which would be massive. You don't get it. But if you punt it, you can pin him inside the 5. Done. Catch this. Holds on. What a catch. Solid throw. Solid route. Great catch. First down. Only needed 1 yard, but the way they were lined up, I was like, screw that. Unless we go heavy on the timeout, I am not running this ball. Wide right. Everyone go to the right. Just go to the right. We'll have them beat. Nice cut. Acceleration monster. 10 yards per carry still after 6 carries. And hell, it would have been even more if it wasn't for the penalty. This is the legacy drive. This is the drive where you basically win. Good patience. Gains about 8 or 9 after the fight. I mean, we could do no wrong on the ground game right now. Why would we go away from it? Outside handoff could be a throw to Dunn, but I mean, I don't really want to throw it. He is open, but so is the run lane. as House gets easily to the 20. Fourth quarter, 150-plus rushing. Or not. Still pretty good, though. This is the type of game we've always been capable of and just haven't put together. To the outside, I would have loved some blocks, and he fumbles. He actually fumbles, and he has a chance to run. Oh, my God. Really, House. I held right bumper as quick as possible. 2 fumbles now on the season in back-to-back weeks. I mean, it's not ideal. It probably won't cost us the game, but it's still like, why, though? Can't get out there. Try to get up. Tyndall gets him. 8-yard gain. Could have been a lot more, though, if we didn't get vertical and try to cut him off. Move everyone over. Oh, that's offside. Ooh, last second got back on. As Jones, who's not, once again, supposed to even be in, is in. See, I think I am worried because it's best on best. I know Jones isn't that high of an overall, but once it comes down to the slot roll, then he becomes higher. Where is McKenzie going? Honestly, where is he going? I think we should just run man coverage. Although I will say zone prevents the big play, whereas man coverage opens up the big play. Even though they're at the 26 yards, doesn't really matter at this point. Can't get off the block. And who is this guy? 8-yard gain for the backup. Field goal now, I suppose, kind of matters a little bit, but I'd still think you need to turn every drive into a touchdown. You're going to have to score a touchdown at some point. Can't score field goals to get back into this one. So even though technically, you know, a 4th down field goal makes it a 2-possessioner at this point, the clock, you just need touchdowns. Giving up the run game. Trying to drop back, make sure Devontae doesn't have a freebie. Back of the end zone, it'll be a throwaway. Good D. The time prevention is kind of gone, so we're going to try to blitz. Maybe change this game. Nice little chalk. Huge hit, though. Nakobe's not playing around. They gain nothing. Devontae on the outside. We got the hook from Allen. We're kind of just hoping McKenzie wins his matchup against... Oh, what a find. Nakobe Dean beat in the end zone on the wheel. All right. I mean, there's still a chance. Just don't do anything too crazy. Can't turn the ball over quickly. If you have to run 3 times and, punt it, fair enough, but you just can't throw a pick or fumble early. And honestly, I mean, even though Goodwin's been amazing, it's just so easy to fumble on kick returns. I'm not doing it. Inside handoff. The audible's not bad on this, but inside handoff to Evans. Oh, I don't know what I'm trucking there. I thought somebody was going to come up for some reason. We gained 8. That's okay. Points allowed, 2nd in the league. They gave up 35 today. These are the numbers we like to see. Usually they're not. This time they are. I mean, they don't look like there's anyone on that edge. And there really isn't. And he fumbles again! What? I mean, that's a lucky trip. That is, like, you can't script that. The other ones you can make an argument, oh, me fighting, that's easily a fumble. That shouldn't be. It's a stiff arm, and he just gets hit-sticked and loses the ball. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? Finish the hits, and it's a corner. We finish the stiff arm, and he just gets hit-sticked. I mean, I don't know what do you want from me here. Like, we're not in a tackle battle anymore because the battle's gone. We won the battle. Like, this is insanity, dude. That's a late throw. Didn't get the feet down. Like, how? How do we always do this? Fumble, fumble, fumble. 3 fumbles in 2 weeks. Didn't fumble all year long. Get that. Come on, McKenzie. I mean, now the clock is absolutely not a problem. It's our problem. It ain't moving fast enough. Get a pick 6. Somebody just call game, please. And there's another Devontae Adams zig route. 5-man, this is not a good look. And Devontae's open over the middle. There is a hold, though, it seems. Kill him. Like, this is a free play. Unless it's a late hit, then it's really sucky. Whew, we'll take that. That is a blessing. 1st and 20. I don't want to just keep playing back, but the clock is technically still on our side. That's a little far back, though, Bishop. Ooh, almost had a chance at that. Goes out of bounds, but only gains a yard. That's okay. Don't give up the touchdown. I feel so much more confident. I'm going to send a manual user on Devontae. Ooh, a little bit of PI. Oh, that's our coverage. It's all right, though. One-on-one tackle. They do get a chunk, but dumbly, if that's even the word you would use here, doesn't go out of bounds, which will keep that clock moving a bit. Tyndall inside. Underneath, and the blitz gets there. Jones finally useful again. That will force the field goal. Whew. I mean, it's still not ideal because a stop puts them in the driver's seat a little bit, but I'd rather be up by 8 than to be up by less than 8. Like, have we even scored a single point in the last, like, basically 15 minutes of the game? I'm going to take this back with Goodwin because our scoring has struggled. I mean, really, I'm holding right bumper. He gets popped anyways. If you really think about it, we've put up even less than 35 points because we had a kick return touchdown, which we got a 2-point on. And then all of a sudden, when Tony House starts fumbling and I want to, get Zach Evans back in the ground game, no place for Zach Evans. Oh, Lord. The momentum is a real thing. Reed's injured, which don't know if that's good or bad. I'm going to go with the double drag. I think running here is just asking for them to come back and win this game. Tight end. Showing off a lot of speed. Nice stiff arm, stays in bounds, gains 10. And I know it's crazy to think, but I would see this as 4-down territory. Do I trust the run with Evans? Nice. Once again, I mean, the way they force this game, it almost feels like we have to score, but all we need to do is waste the clock. I think there's a 0% chance I throw this at Kennedy, so I'm just not even going to think about it. He's open, but I just... Again, we're running with House, who's even more risky to keep the ball to. All right, 2-minute warning. Would be a really good spot if we got a first down. This is more drama than there needed to be honest. We go left. We've been going on the stretch to the right every time with this play. Oh, the freaking fullback, dude. And then Kennedy gets hurt to save them a timeout. Way to go, guys. This team is something else. I don't know what to tell you. Double drag look with the tight end, and he's going to the locker room. Oh, no. Somebody just make a play. And there goes Don, who holds on. What a play. Nice. Obviously, now a little bit of the worry goes over to Mr. Kennedy, where we don't know what the state of his injury is. I mean, we're protecting the ball. I know he fumbled twice, but he's still Tony House. Bruce Sternum, thankfully, doesn't seem to be a serious injury. Stretch look to the right. Mr. Evans with a little bit more speed than House as well. Try to cut it back inside because we obviously do not want to be taken out of bounds. We're kind of in field goal range on top of it. We just got to get close enough for this field goal. I think you just have to run it no matter what because of the clock as well. And Evans holding on to that ball. There was such a close chance to get the first down, but I think you got to play it smart there, and they want us to go for this. I think Kazu's got this covered. Let the clock waste down, call a timeout, and potentially kick the game winner. Would be a little more dramatic going for that extra point there, the first down, I must say. So we're actually going to take this opportunity to trick them. And we hit it. Perfect. Who would expect us to actually kick that with the clock running? Like, the rush would be terrible because they just would never expect it. They'd be basically taking the play off, thinking and assuming we're wasting the clock all the way down, calling a timeout. Instead, we kicked the game-winning field goal. The defense did enough. The offense built up a big enough lead. The kick return with Goodwin was a huge help. And we will be moving on to the divisional round despite the scare in this second half. Obviously dropping everyone back, making sure we don't give up the big play. Nice move by Ellis. Missed tackles left and right. Ellis hit as he's throwing, and McCollum's going to get pick number 2. Get out of his way. Jesus. There goes Ellis. I mean, that was the longest wraparound ever. I was kind of caught off guard. I was trying to cover downfield, and I ended up on Ellis, and Ellis just gets there enough. Whap. Wobbler, McCollum back to his usual self. Finally gets 2 picks. Tony House tried. He tried his best to get that Raiders win, but could not do it. And we will move on to that divisional round with a 38-27 victory. Like we said, almost choked that game away like we're so used to doing. Kennedy, it seems like he'll be fine. Hopefully Benito is as well. He is by far our best pass rusher. Was all throughout the season. Was in this game before he got injured. I mean, we need him badly. Of course, passing yards up there, rushing yards up there. Very complete game. The fumbles didn't help, and the run game was starting to get slowed down a little bit, but ultimately we did enough, and we will be moving on. Let's take a look at the stats of this game, though. 2 interceptions for Stroud. It wasn't terrible. It's just 2 interceptions. One of them, I mean, really both of them not his fault, but the first one was a little bit of a force. That last one might have been a force, but didn't really matter. The game was over anyways. House really didn't play that well. 3.4 yards per carry with 2 fumbles. Evans was miles better. Looking at the receiving, Dunn was great. Who else? Kennedy had a couple of touchdowns. Cody was amazing. Only had 2 plays, but one of them was for nearly 80 with a stiff arm touchdown. It was beautiful. Pass rushers a little bit here and there, but no one really went off. McCollum with 2 interceptions was amazing. They missed a kick, which was like a 37-yarder, which probably changed the game a lot. But no matter how it was, it happened. We won the game, and that's about as good as I can ask for. We get another playoff game with the old Miners. 72 overall now for Mr. Ellis, who had a nice little play there to end the game. 1 to speed, but I need that finesse up, my dude. Zion McCollum, slot upgrade. Now 79 overall. Obviously, we need that zone coverage, but slot upgrades are just so good. And then Bryce Cody, who's still struggling to get that vertical threat as his scheme fit. Probably never will. Gets a nice little upgrade there. Nice run block upgrade on top of it. 64 run block, and just a freak of nature. As we will be playing another game in the playoffs. That's pretty sweet. The Raiders are really good, but we were just a little bit better. Don't know who it's going to be against. We've seen some, games, and I didn't see what the actual score was, but, the Bills, maybe. Oh, no, we're the 7th seed, so we know who we're playing. We're playing the Browns. We are playing the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. All right, is there a chance of snow in that? I don't know if I'd want that, but we did run the ball pretty well this last game, so could be a blessing in disguise. I'm not sure, but that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed this one and you're shocked that we didn't choke, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PK Plays, for the lack of uploads over there lately. And yeah, if you're not new, really appreciate your continued support on the channel. That's about it. Not sure when next playoffs game will be. Maybe on Saturday. I'm trying to think of when this will even be uploaded. Maybe Friday. I'm not sure, but the next upload. Obviously, this isn't uploaded on Friday, but maybe the next one will be on Friday for sure. At least on Saturday, but we'll see. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya.